Hello and welcome to the final day of the Conservative Party conference. It's a less glamorous video today because the video team, mics, they've all gone home, as are all the attendees of conference. I've just come out of the main hall where all four of the candidates have given their final speeches. They went on for about 20 minutes, some of them felt longer, and we heard them roll out their pitches, and also some of them take the opportunity to introduce themselves for the first time. Tom Tugendhat had a very difficult job opening up. He obviously pitched himself not as a centrist but as someone who can take on reform, each of them sort of addressing the main possible flaws, the main criticisms that they've had levelled against them over the leadership election so far. James Cleverly, I really think, had a very, very strong moment. He's been less present at this conference than I think the other three candidates, but he gave a very, very good speech. The audience really warming to him throughout, and I think there's still the opportunity for a surprise upset in the coming vote-off. Robert Jenrick, well, there was a sense that front-runner status for Robert Jenrick is starting to be a bit of a problem. I don't think his speech fell flat, I don't think he underperformed, but he gave a very different speech. It was less an introduction to him and his values. It was actually setting out a 5-point priority list about what his new Conservative Party will stand for if he wins the election. Very interesting, sort of speech you'd expect a party leader to perhaps give at the conference after they've been elected next year rather than midway through the leadership race. And Kemi Badenoch, well, again, she had a difficult time slot. She went last. Everyone in the audience was flagging some people had left, but she certainly got a lot of loud rounds of applause when she was talking about things like culture wars, woke, transgender, those things, and her big policy pitch, which she set out in sort of more simplistic, marketable terms for the first time, was a great review of everything going wrong with Britain's legal system, political system, the institutions and the state that are inflicting damage either via the courts or in the NHS or the education system or human rights laws or equality laws or net zero. So she's got a big sort of overarching, well, I wouldn't say govite, but I won't, approach to this election. I think the interesting thing that I'm going to be looking at in the coming sort of hour is how did all those speeches come across via the television. There's always a big discrepancy between how a speech goes down in the hall with a live audience versus how it's perceived, and I'll be looking into those differences. But for now, this is the final video from the Conservative Party conference. Everyone heading their separate ways now, us back down to London, and we'll see who gets knocked out in the next voting stage on the 9th and the 10th.